Hello, all you space engineers out there. Commander Kingfish here, and it is day 43 on our mission to build a moon base. So we have managed to start getting the landing decks decked out, so to speak. Starting to get some of the getting it set up to where it looks like it's a regular landing deck. This is going to be for small ships here, and so we're going to have to move that ship at some point, and I want to move it down to the larger landing bay. Now I got lights in. Now I'm going to put another set of lights in over there because when the sun was down, that whole area looked a little dark. Likewise, I have come down here and I did some more work. Told you I didn't really like that stairwell, that scaffolding stairwell going down, or that catwalk stairwell. So I changed this up, and that's right, I still got to put these back in because when I cut that out, they fell off because they were attached to this catwalk here. But I got this in. This looks a whole lot better than trying to snake around that pole right there, getting it to come down. Now I put in unfinished half blocks along there, and I think that looks pretty good. And I did that all the way around just to kind of give it the symmetry that you probably would want with it. That out there is my target to where I'm going to put up my next, or my third and probably final, maybe one more after that, of defense Gatling gun out there. So I want to try to get to that today as well. But what I want to do today is try to finish up these fuel landing decks. And so, which means I've got to finish putting in this rail that fell off, probably some more cargo bins and stuff like that. I want to put another light in right here, so the light will go up along here, and then I'll put the cables going up to it alongside it. So I want to get that in, same with that one down there. Now for the defense turret, I'm going to run a pipe from here. So I should be able to come right out and up and over along through here. And it'll go just past this right here. And then I'm going to come across like through here. And then you can kind of see where that grid is out there, that little column I put up. So it's probably going to come out to somewhere about right here. And then I will just head straight on out into this area right here. And then just build the grid up, the tower, like I did on that one over on the other side. So that would give me a defense point over there, a defense point there, and a defense point right here, which will be 3 areas. And I think anything coming in from that direction is going to get hit by these two. Anything coming in from that direction should get hit by those two. And then anything coming in from this direction should get hit by these two right here. So I think that'll be pretty good defense. The only other thing is, once I get the shipyard built out, I may want to put a defense grid out over and in there. So that's kind of what we got planned for the future here. So let me, I guess, go ahead and get started on this and work on trying to get these lights in, get some more cargo bins and stuff set up around these landing areas, and then maybe get started on that defense grid. So I'll keep you posted on how far I'm getting along here. Well, I got those additional lights in on the platform, and then I got to look and I thought, well, maybe I better move this ship down there to see how well it's going to work in landing. So let's see if I can remember how to fly this dang thing. So we need to Let's see. I need to change the batteries. Flip them over to auto. Let's turn on all of our hydrogen engines. And I think all we need to do now is unlock. All right. Let's go out. Let's lift off. Boy. I appear to. They're all on. You know, I think it's because my containers are full. Let's look, see what we got on our inventory here. Connectors full of ice. Yeah, I think I am completely full. I know it's been storing, it's probably been storing stuff over here. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. And so we just don't seem to have enough. Well, maybe we're not going to move this just yet. All right, well, let's go ahead and lock that back. Let's turn these things off. And let's go ahead and set those back to recharge. And then I've got to figure out how to move this thing. All right, well, so much for that at the moment. All right, well, once I either get some of this stuff unloaded, then so that I can move this, I will catch back up with you here in a little bit. Okay, let's try this again. I've offloaded. I just threw down a cargo bin here. You can see I just dropped it out over here on the side. And I offloaded a whole ton of ice off of the ship up here. Not all of it, but I'm hoping I got enough off that this thing will lift off and I can move it over to the other one, and it'll probably just fill up again, but that's okay. I know to expect that. So let's do this. Let's try it. Let's go inside here and get into the captain's seat. Now I'm already disconnected. Let's turn our engines on. They are on. We're already on auto. So let's see how this works. Let's see if we can lift off. It's still over, but I think we can get to where we're going. All right. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Let's kind of get lined up here. All right, so we can get this thing moved over here. So between the little bit of gravity that's here on the moon and all of the cargo bins getting filled up. So if we drop down here a little bit, we should be able to just kind of pull in over to this other landing bay. So the large ships would come in from this direction here. And then they would just kind of come in and line up. Hopefully I didn't. Yeah, that's still a tight fit. That one light there. You know what? I'm going to have to move that one light over. And that's what I wanted to do here. So I think if we turn this away, and let's just drop down a little bit. I'm going to have to, and then maybe these lights, I drop those down. Well, I don't know. Move them over. I think I just need to move that one over. So let's see how we're doing here. Ah. All right, this is not going as well as I would have liked it to. But that's kind of par for the course. We can get lined up here. I think we've gone by it a little too far. There we go. I think maybe that'll work a little better. Come back a little closer. All right, let's back this thing up a little bit. See how that looks. And we are in proximity, so let's go ahead and lock that. All right. And the damn thing's probably going to fill up with ice again. But we can turn these off and set that over to charge. Let's go back inside. Let's hop off. Get out of the captain's seat. All right. And I'm not exactly level and all of that, but we're going to have to do some more work here. I probably should have... My other option is to maybe extend this platform out a bit more. Maybe I certainly underestimated how large these large ships can be. So obviously I've got some work to do here. That light definitely has to come out. And if I move it over... I move it over to this corner here. And maybe extend this platform out. If I come out another... Yeah, I think that'll be the best. If I extend this platform out on this side, say another 10 blocks, and then maybe do the same on this side over here. I'll have to redo the scaffolding, stairwell, and I can leave that right where it is. That'll be fine. If I extend this out 10 blocks on each side, that'll give a much longer platform, and then I can put in more lights along the side, and then these ships can just pull in straight this away. Just kind of pull in just like this. So let's get to work on that, and we'll see how this is all going to come out. So yeah, well, that's a little disappointing. Thought we were making progress there, but we've got a setback now. All right, so let me get started here. We'll see what we end up with. Well, this is going to turn into a whole major rebuild on this particular platform. I am going to come out. I also see that there's a space pirate vulture up there flying around, so we'll see that the again, it looks like the pirates are back. Space is not going to be a safe place, so I'm glad we're getting defenses up around here. But as you can see, I am going to bring this out this far on this end, and I am actually going to bring this platform out, and then we can have this much more room. Plus, I'm going to take it out this way so that these large ships then can pull in, which means I probably will need to move this over so it's more in the center once I get done. So this is requiring a major rebuild here. So that's what I'm working on. I'll kind of keep you posted as I am getting this moved. So right now I was getting the Fuel Master Station moved, and so the good thing about it is I certainly have all the parts. All I got to do is grind it down and then move them. So that's not going to be quite so bad. So let's go ahead and get this one here, and then we can go ahead and put these two. Oh, I see what I did here. Yep, I'm going to need to. Yeah, that's what was holding up that. All right. So let me see here. I did not. Where we at? I didn't. How did I get that to attach? Because I left. I must have had a connector right here. My little trick. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and put one of these up right there, because I wanted all of those walls facing out, taking up the empty voxel, so that left the inside with the ability to put all the stuff in there, the chairs, the cargo bins, and stuff like that. So let's and unable to place the neon tube. Oh, I already put it in. What am I doing? Duh. All right, let's get back over here. Let's build out these. Now we should be able to do that, connect that there, and slide over. And let's get the right angle here. Come on. Right there like that. We just ground those down, so let's go ahead and build these out. So now we should be able to, well, let's go ahead and build these out right here. Of course. Go grab some steel plates. And I'm going to need quite a bit. Let's see what I got built down here. Looks like I'm going to need to... Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's get some more into production. Get 1,000 going on that one. And 1,000 going on that one. Let's get 1,000 there. And why not? Another 1,000. So that's 4,000 sheets that'll be made. And that should get us through to what we need to do up here. So, all right, let's see if we can finally let's get some of this stuff built out.
Energy low.
And we're gonna have to take that rail out. all of these rails are going to have to come out. That light's going to have to come out. But we should be able to... Let's grab this door.
Inventory full.
Yeah, okay, inventory full. Let's do it like this then. Where's my doors? Because I grabbed all that steel. Let's actually, no, that's not what I wanted. Let's build out some of these just to make a little more inventory. And let's see if we can get the door now. All right. So that was a lab door, and we want it painted yellow. So this is just a little bit of what I am going through. Let me get to the doors. We'll put this door in, and then I'll... where are my doors? Where'd they go? There they are. 4. All right. We want lab door. I think that's one of the new blocks that came with the field update. So let's pop that in right there. And let's make sure we... Oh, I got that in.
Energy critical.
Oh, fine. Wanted to get this done before I had to come up here. Anyway, I think that's one of the new blocks that came with the field work. And then I've been turning it around, so just try to keep it consistent with the others. And it's a nice door. It makes for... I think it looks pretty good there for the Fuel Master's door. So let's get that door in, and then I will get back to building away here. So we can kind of see what that's going to look like, though. All right. Oop, no, I want to take this out. All right, let's go back to that door again. Where are they? Right there. 4. Oh, yeah. I wanted to actually put it right here like this, I believe. Because that leaves the inside. That how I want it? Yeah, that's how I want it. I think because let's go down and look at this one down here, because I think I want that on the inside. I missed finishing a block there. All right, well, we'll get that. So if we look at this, yeah, see, I got that facing out so that I can keep that space open for building on the inside. So I think that's what I got set up here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and build this out. We come through there, and we close that. Okay. Well, let me get building here again and get some of this stuff moved out. Get this stuff all moved down. Yeah, that's because I needed that, because I need to put that little gadget right there so I can put my roofs on. So I want them facing up. So, all right. Well, I'll get back with you here in a little bit. Well, I think I got the size of my platform decided on. And if we go out this way, I've got to take those stairs out, obviously. We come out this way. My only dilemma is on the other side, I carried these 3 blocks all the way out down to the end, and you'll see that when we get over there. My dilemma here is I use an attachment to put this wall on, which keeps this up. If I take that attachment off, then this, well, let's try it. Let's see what happens here. I think hopefully this is not going to fall and that we have this all attached. You know, if I do this, actually, let's do this. Let's put this block in and this block. Now I should be able to take this block off because that'll be attached to that, and those are attached to there. So if we take that off, nothing should fall. We crash into that. Now we can put this block in. Okay. Like everything, you just got to talk it out. So let's run this out. Oh, come on. There, and there. All right. So this platform is now going to be, well, we'll walk around the perimeter. So it's going to come all the way out to here, and then it is going to come all the way over. So what I'll probably end up doing is moving that connector over a few. I'll try to center it on this platform, and then that will allow these large ships to come in and should give them plenty of room. So we'll come all the way out to here and then come all the way down to here, which also means I'm going to have to move that. So that'll all come out to here. And then this platform will come all the way down to here, which also means my defense is going to get pushed out farther. But as you can see, just from my small respawn ship, how big of space that it takes up. I guess I really wasn't thinking clearly when I was originally laying it out, because I usually deal with small ships mostly. And so I guess in my mind, I was thinking I had plenty of room. But we'll get that moved out. So this is going to come all the way out to here. And then that's it. So it's a much larger platform. So these things will need to come out, I guess. So let's go ahead and do that now. And we'll take that out. And we'll take that out. So I've already moved the one light. I got the Fuel Master's office moved, and so that's all set and in place. And then I just got to build out these platforms and move that, and we'll probably end up, maybe I'm going to have build a few of these now, at least one on each side, because it's a much larger platform. So, all right, well, let me at least get this platform in today. We'll see if we can do that, and then I'll start building everything out in the next episode. So let me get going here. Well, now you can get a better look at how large I'm making the platform now. I think I just got a few more blocks to put in right around where that pipe is coming up, and I've got to take that out, and that's going to get moved out. So I'll do that next, get that moved out into position. I also went all the way around the perimeter to get the blocks done, because I wanted to start setting up lights along there, so when the sun goes down, I can at least see what I'm doing around here. And I think that's about the right distance. I counted it out, and that light is shining over to about there. So when I put a light in across from here, that should cover that whole platform. So just kind of wanted to give you a bit of an update. I'm trying to get at least the platform done today, and then we'll get back to rebuilding it. I put in a small cargo bin right here just so that as I am taking parts down, I can put them in there. That way I don't have to go back and get them all again. So, or I'm trying to rebuild as I am moving forward. So what I'm going to have to do is take this out all the way back to here. And man, I didn't have to move that ship again. Well, the goal today is to get this platform all done, and then the next episode we'll work on having to readjust that ship and moving that, figuring out where to put that connector at. So let me get back at it here. I've got a few more minutes or a little more time to work here, so let me see what I can get done. Well, it doesn't look like I'm going to get this platform done. Let's take care of this last little bit of steel I got on me. Actually, it's quite a bit, but I like to go around the edges and just work my way into the center. That way it gets smaller and smaller. And then I also know where my last block is that I was welding on. So that's why I do it this way. But we ought to be able to make it down to the end down there, and then we'll kind of review what transpired today, what we got done, which, as it turns out, very little. So let's nope. Okay, so that's it for the plates. So let's fly up again. You can see how much I got left to fill in, and I want to get that all filled in. It looks like I'm going to be moving this connector over to probably somewhere about right here, but I've got that one taken out, so I'm going to have to move that connector over to put that in right there, and then we're going to have, that should give plenty of room for the ships to come flying in from this direction. So we will put some warning signs and stuff like that. I got some idea for some lights on to kind of make it look a bit like a guiding runway in. We'll get our numbers back out. That'll be number, thinking that's number 4 or number 1. I don't remember. Anyway, so we got that. I got the Fuelmaster's office moved over. I put this in just so that I could put my parts in that I'm grinding down, so I don't have to continue to go all the way back for everything. But I'll use up those fairly quickly. I obviously moved my ship over, and that's what led to this fiasco, I guess. Realizing how small I had made the platform, didn't have enough room for it, so we moved the ship over. I had to empty it out, and I'm going to have to do that again. I put in a, just kind of threw it down a temporary large cargo bin for the excess ice that I end up having. So I've got to do something with all of that ice now. I did get another light set up here, and so that is in place, and that's going to light up all of that area right over and in there. So that's pretty much what we got accomplished today. The stairwell that I had put in, well, that's all taken out. So that was a bit of work that was kind of lost. So I still got to get my supports in. I've got to figure out where I'm going to put my stairs, because now I almost need to put stairs on there, and at least on each end, because this is such a much larger platform. So I think that is about going to wrap things up for today. So I think we're going to call it good right here. Well, all you space engineers out there, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up. It really does help out the video. And please subscribe. That will really help out the channel. Okay, space engineers, keep your heads low, keep building away, and don't get shot. And with that, Commander Kingfish is out of here, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.